Hello and welcome, Chippewa fans, to CMUChippewas.com here inside the CMU Sports Zone. Justin Hoff with you for a very special interview. It was announced in late March that Kathy McGee was retiring from her coaching career here at CMU. It's been quite the ride for 599 wins as she retired from high school head coaching back in 2006. As I say that, I have the great pleasure of being joined by Kathy McGee. Coach, it's been quite the career you've had on the basketball court.
Thank you, Justin. What's great about it is the last 5 years are kind of like the icing on the cake, you might say. It's been great. I've known Sue Guevara for a lot of years. I've been a fan of hers, watching her as a coach. And then to actually work with her and work with this program, come back to the school that I love, it's been wonderful. So this is, it's a bittersweet ending because, of course, I love it, but it's a good decision, and I'll be excited to be in the stands next year watching CMU basketball.
4 state titles with Flint Powers, all 599 wins coming at Flint Powers. And let's go back in time a little bit before, kind of with the Flint Powers success there, you had a chance to go to the Olympics and be an assistant coach, serve on a team. What was that experience like back in the late 90s?
That was absolutely wonderful. And when they had the Olympics here in Atlanta, the committee decided to have what they called the World Youth Games, first time, only time ever they had them. And they had them in Moscow. And because the women's basketball team was going to be picked of high school juniors, they couldn't have college coaches because high school coaches don't get a chance to ever have that kind of experience. So they picked a high school coach out of Tennessee to be a head coach, and then a woman from Texas and myself to be the assistants. And when you walked into the Olympic Training Center, I had goosebumps all over me. It was, and when you put USA across your chest that you were going to play for and coach for, it was an experience like no other. And I just am very fortunate to have that kind of experience, and it was awesome. We ended up winning a bronze medal. We didn't win the gold. We went there with the gold, but we trained. The Olympic Committee actually came in and picked the team. And then the 3 of us trained the team and then went over and spent about 10 days playing in that tournament. And it was an awesome experience. Well,
you had an opportunity there to coach some WNBA players in the future. And, of course, you've had opportunities to meet some outstanding coaches throughout your career. You were named National Coach of the Year twice, and you had a chance to join Gino Auriemma on the stage once. Best of the best, clearly, Coach.
Yeah. He was a Division I Coach of the Year, and I was the National High School Coach of the Year, so there was a little separation there, but it was a very humbling experience for me. And when you get it, you never really coach for that. But when you do get that, it is humbling, and it is a reflection of the wonderful players you've had the opportunity to coach, because that's why you get there. It's never really about the coach. It's always about the players that perform and get those championships for you. So, yes, it was a great experience, and I've been very fortunate in my career.
Well, on top of that, clearly we're in select company right there as the high school coach of the year nationally. But you also had a chance to serve on the Women's Basketball Coaches Association as a representative, the only high school girls coach on that side of things. And Kay Yao, of course, the legendary coach for many years, she was the president of that. What was that like to be the only high school coach?
It was very nerve-wracking at first. I was the only high school coach on the board of directors, and we met with the men's side of it as well. And they didn't have a high school representative on their board of directors. So I was a bit nervous, but it was a great learning experience for me and a great networking experience. And I realized just what wonderful people are in this game of basketball at all levels. And I served on that for 2 terms and just met some wonderful people, Kay Yao being one of the best.
Well, our final 2 topics here for you, Coach, really showcase the kind of character you have as both a coach and a person. Back in 1996, your Flint Powers team had to battle some extreme adversity. You lost one of your players, Liz Homer, died tragically, but your team went on to win the state championship that year back in 1996. Take us back to that year. What was that year like?
Well, actually, Justin, if you don't mind, I'll take you back just a little bit before that. And in '94, we lost this state championship by a single point to Dearborn Divine Child. And there was a superstar, Liz Holman, sophomore, on the team. And we had great hopes and expectations for that following year, which would have been Liz's junior year. And 10th game of the season, we're 10-0, and Liz has a torn ACL in a game and is out for the season. And we went on, and with her leadership on the sideline, we ended up making to the quarterfinals that year. And then everything was about a state championship. She'd always, point her finger and say, we're going to have a ring, and we're putting a banner up. And she just was that kind of motivator type kid. And it was a tragedy beyond all others when her father found her dead in her sleep one morning before he went to go to work. And so that was difficult to put one foot in front of the other that year. And that's the star player I'm talking about was a really, really good basketball player. And when they held that trophy up over their heads, there wasn't a dry eye in the arena. That was a team like no other. And they'll always hold a special place in my heart.
Quite the story there, and back in 1996, obviously taking down the state championship and winning that one for Liz. But as you move forward a few more years, you kept, as far as that character going and reaching out to the community. Over the last couple of years, you guys have done a great job. It was first recess at Rose.
Yes.
And then now, obviously, the Hoops for Hunger game 2 years ago was against Buffalo, last year against Northwestern. You've raised over 93,000 pounds of food here in the state of Michigan, and just talk about this event and how it's really been able to grow.
Well, the reason that it's been so successful are because the principals and the teachers at the area schools make a commitment to do that. They just did a tremendous job. And, and it's the same thing when, the generosity inside someone's heart can be tremendous. And Central Michigan, hats off to the next couple of years, because my guess, we're going to get better every year. So Central Michigan, bring in more food next year. I'm sure you will.
Just finally for you, Coach, what are you going to remember most about your coaching career? Obviously, in 1996, that team right up there. Outside of that, is there a couple other memories that really come out for you?
There are many memories here at Central. It's been fun to be an assistant coach. As well as the years of my being a head coach. It's been a great experience working with Sue and with the other assistant coaches. Mahogany now heading out to Kansas, a great coach. Heather doing a great job. It's been fun, and it's been a great experience, and I've learned a tremendous amount as a coach. You're just never too old to learn,
I'll take that one home with me. All right, Coach. Well, you will certainly be missed here at CMU, and congratulations on your outstanding career.
Thank you very much, Justin.
Well, that's Kathy McGee. She will go down as one of the all-time greats with 599 career wins as a high school head coach. For everyone here at the CMU Sports Network, I'm Justin Hoff. Thanks for watching.